Have you ever wondered how some people succeed financially, while others struggle? Developing sound financial practices is essential to achieving success. You may be surprised to learn that the Bible offers insightful counsel on this subject, not simply government policies or income distribution, but also the actions you make have a significant impact on your financial status. Come along on this life-changing trip with me. 10 rewarding habits that are based on biblical principles. It is crucial to acknowledge right away that the Bible does not promise anybody, not even devout Christians, financial success. Individuals who heed its financial guidance are more likely to have success in their spiritual, family, and financial lives. This is about adopting enriching behaviors rather than looking for divine prosperity. Join us as we explore these 10 transformative practices from the Bible. First practice, financial planning, as demonstrated by Luke 14:28, which emphasizes the importance of making well-informed decisions. At the core of financial planning is not only a practical necessity, but also based on biblical principles. Who among you, when planning to construct a tower, does not first carefully consider the expenses involved to ensure that there are sufficient resources to finish it? Is one of the verses that highlights the importance of financial planning, in the same way that a builder carefully weighs the costs before starting a project. Financial planning forces us to assess our resources, set clear financial goals, and create a strategy to reach those goals. This biblical approach to budgeting highlights the value of managing our financial blessings responsibly and exhorts us to refrain from waste and hasty judgments. The book also stresses the value of appreciation, urging us to be content with what we have even while we work for our objectives. People may embrace biblical teachings on mindfulness, discernment, and ethical resource management while still securing a solid financial future by making financial planning a priority. This strategy results in a life that has meaning and purpose. Second rule, don't live above your means. Choosing simplicity over luxury does not mean leading a life of scarcity. Rather, it means realizing that our resources are finite and making appropriate use of them. The passage encourages us to distinguish between essentials and extravagance, which helps us feel content and grateful for what we have right now. Living within our means allows us to devote our funds to more significant financial objectives, including investing, saving, and helping the less fortunate. We agree with biblical teachings that condemn the excessive desire of worldly goods. By adopting this beneficial practice, our main goal is to live according to important principles like compassion, love, and helping others. Living below our means promotes satisfaction and is consistent with the biblical idea of valuing riches in heaven above worldly things, Matthew 6:19-21. It also helps us attain financial security. This well-considered and balanced approach to money management not only improves our lives, but it also creates a lasting impression on the next generation by highlighting the significance of financial responsibility. Third principle, judicious investments. Matthew 25:14-30's parable of the talents aptly illustrates the need of wise investing decisions in our financial path. The fable relates the narrative of a master who gives his subordinates varying sums of money, talents, and anticipates that they would use it wisely. The one who chooses to bury his gift is rebuked, but the slaves who prudently invest and grow their talents are rewarded. This story reminds us that it is our duty to handle the riches that God has given to us carefully. Investing is an excellent method to use our money and build wealth over time. We shouldn't allow fear to stop us from following this important financial habit. Rather, consider it an opportunity to grow and become financially independent. As our expertise and understanding in the field of investments increase, we also uphold the biblical teachings on responsible stewardship, which improves our financial literacy. The benefits of wise investment are similar to the gifts given to the obedient slaves, who increased in number. We may realize our life objectives and attain financial prosperity by making prudent financial decisions, all while having a beneficial influence on others. With faith that the financial development and stewardship route we choose is consistent with the ageless lessons found in the parables found in the Bible, let's embrace it. Number 4, spreading out your revenue. Ecclesiastes 11:6 offers a very insightful lesson by showing us a farmer carefully planting seeds at the crack of dawn. This verse from the Bible serves as a helpful reminder of the value of having a variety of revenue streams. Just as a prudent farmer would diversify their crops, it's critical that we minimize the danger associated with relying only on one source of income. The farmer exhibits a conscientious and proactive attitude toward grasping life's prospects by his commitment to planting seeds in the morning and continuing to be productive throughout the day. Similar to conventional employment or financial investments, diversification entails discovering and honing a variety of abilities. By using a diverse approach, we may efficiently handle financial difficulties, take advantage of new possibilities, and carry out our biblically mandated obligation as responsible stewards of the assets and abilities given to us. This practice reflects the age-old knowledge of making the most of our abilities and being persistent in our endeavors, encouraging a mentality of continuous development and adaptation. Number 5, establishing an emergency fund. Ecclesiastes 9:1 reminds us, "No one knows when trouble will come." This verse highlights the unpredictable nature of life's challenges, emphasizing the significance of being prepared and making wise financial decisions. Biblical wisdom strongly supports the idea of establishing an emergency fund. Just as it makes sense to save money for unexpected expenses, creating an emergency fund is a reflection of the biblical principle of resource management. This article makes a strong case for the need of having a financial safety net. It highlights how it might shield us from unforeseen financial difficulties such as abrupt job loss, auto repairs, or medical expenses. When confronted with difficult situations, we may avoid debt and financial distress if we have a sizable reserve of money. By incorporating this beneficial practice into our financial life, we may create stability and increase our capacity to easily reach our larger financial objectives. It is impossible to exaggerate the value of having an emergency fund. It gives us the mental and financial stability we need to deal with life's unforeseen circumstances. This approach also exemplifies the biblical idea of prudent resource management and cautious preparation, which may eventually lead to a more stable and successful financial future. Number 6, seeking knowledge. Proverbs 3:13, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, the one who acquires understanding," highlights the practical pursuit of seeking wisdom as well as a deeply ingrained biblical principle. Wisdom proves to be more profitable than silver and yields superior returns than gold. This verse emphasizes the superiority of wisdom over material wealth. Including wisdom in our financial decisions is consistent with biblical teachings, which place a strong emphasis on managing our resources responsibly. The text encourages us to investigate the areas of financial management, prudent investing, and creating a secure financial future. Careful thought and well-informed decision-making are necessary to prevent rash decisions that could lead to financial difficulties. Furthermore, the quest for wisdom is an endless path that is consistent with the biblical idea of continuous development and self-improvement. Applying wisdom to our financial situation not only guarantees our own financial security, but also makes a positive contribution to a more stable and prosperous society. Careful consideration extends beyond financial issues and influences our decisions in life, fostering an awareness and discernment that benefits not only our financial security, but also our inner selves. The study of wisdom transcends practicality and enters the domain of spirituality, providing a rewarding route that is consistent with biblical teachings and leads to both financial stability and a stronger sense of purpose. Number 7, commitment and work. Proverbs 12:27 is a passage that highlights the value of hard work and how it can lead to prosperity in the form of material possessions, as well as other areas of life. It says that those who are diligent will reap the rewards of their labors. The verse compares the satisfaction of a successful hunt to the significance of consistent and focused effort. When we apply our skills, talents, and efforts in our work, we not only fulfill our duties as stewards of the resources and abilities entrusted to us by the divine, but also show our commitment to God. Diligent work is a means of flourishing and making a positive impact on society, benefiting not only ourselves, but also those in our vicinity. This behavior aligns with biblical teachings that emphasize the value of diligence and the rewards that come from exerting effort. Hard work is not only a means to achieve material success, it is also a path towards personal growth. The development of traits like self-control, perseverance, and a strong work ethic can have a significant influence on our relationships and character. In the end, hard work transcends being a means to an end. It is a noble and fulfilling way of life that enriches both the material and spiritual realms and enables us to fulfill our responsibility as diligent stewards of God's creation. Number 8, leaning toward contentment and avoiding the dangers of greed. The section found in 1 Timothy 6:10 addresses The pursuit of wealth can lead to various forms of wrongdoing. Some people have strayed from their beliefs and suffered numerous hardships as a result. But the pursuit of godliness coupled with contentment is truly invaluable. We enter this world empty-handed and leave it just the same. As long as we have food and clothing, we can find contentment. People who desire wealth often find themselves falling into temptation and harmful desires, leading to ruin and destruction. The text warns against the dangers of being consumed by material wealth, as it can give rise to destructive desires and potentially undermine one's spiritual beliefs. It emphasizes the importance of finding contentment in the simple things in life, like food and clothing, and prioritizing meaningful and virtuous endeavors. This passage serves as a gentle reminder of the value of finding contentment in our current circumstances. Rather than relentlessly pursuing material wealth, this text reminds us of the significance of satisfaction and prudent resource management. It may help foster a feeling of financial tranquility and limit the impulse to splurge, accumulate debt, or participate in dangerous financial conduct motivated by a longing for excessive riches. Number 9, tithing and giving back. Put me to the test, says the Almighty Lord, and see the floodgates of heaven opened, pouring forth an abundance of blessings that cannot be contained. Please make sure that you bring the entire tithe into the storehouse so that there will be an ample supply of food in my house. Malachi 3:10. The core of tithing is giving a percentage of one's income or resources to God's cause and to help those in need. It is seen as an expression of faith and a commitment to God's instructions. The Bible teaches that when we choose to freely contribute and tithe, we open the door for God's blessings and provision to enter our lives. Although tithing is often associated with monetary gifts, it may also refer to lending one's time, skills, and resources to assist philanthropic and charitable endeavors. This money lesson recognizes that our riches are gifts from above and stresses the value of assisting others and giving back to God. In addition to reflecting biblical values, the tithing and charitable practices cultivate a feeling of responsibility and compassion for others who are less fortunate. The text highlights the significance of believing in God's fullness and provision and taking into account our financial resources as a means of making a good impact on the world. Final principle, generosity. As shown by Luke 6:38, give and you will get. A bountiful portion will be poured onto your lap, overflowing and abounding. Generosity is the 10th enriching habit. It will be measured to you, according to the measure you use. This poem beautifully expresses the genuine meaning of generosity, which is the altruistic act of giving without regard to immediate gain. The concept that we get benefits in exchange for benefiting others is highlighted throughout the text. Being generous extends well beyond bestowing monetary goods. It includes cultivating compassion, love, and a strong sense of community. Our acts of giving reflect Christ's instruction to love our neighbors as ourselves and exemplify the altruism and compassion inherent in biblical teachings. The book fosters a feeling of shared accountability and connectivity, which makes society more peaceful and caring. In the end, these 10 enriching habits, which are based on sound biblical guidance, serve as a set of guidelines that not only help us achieve financial success, but also align with spiritual ideals. They foster our spiritual and material growth by encouraging us to take better care of our resources. This article effectively emphasizes the significance of forming virtuous habits in our life. By doing this, we improve the world around us in addition to enriching ourselves. It highlights the values of loving God and our fellow humans as well as practicing ethical stewardship.